Okay, workday still moving up here. You know, big volume, by the way. So it's gone against me pretty hard. There's not much early volume left in the premiums. Putting in a hammer bar right now. Microsoft strong despite the daily. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, I noticed that this morning. It had a big run up this morning at Microsoft. A lot of these stocks are coming off of lows. Workday's doing the same thing, coming off of a deep low here right now. SPY moves it up. It's green now by 1500s for to the day. Triple Q's up by 1200s, and the IWM up by 0.5%. So IWM bounce. We're getting a pretty decent bounce in the SPY right now. Again, this is my workday is pretty much this trade's probably dead, as is my UEC. Those cat trades, both are probably not going to be worth much of anything by the end of the day. And I had profits in DT and Adobe this morning, so had 2 winners and looks like 2 losers. Hey, son, Ian. Yeah, it is about consistency, and it includes accepting losses. You know, you try to again keeping up your emotions out of your trading, and it's hard to do when you've got money at stake. And again, I just watch technicals, but on a stock like UEC and on UMCAT trade on Workday today, you know, trying to get in and out of those things when they turn against you and out of the money like that on a Friday, it's basically, as far as I'm concerned, it's better to just wait and see if he gets if you get a return back into the original trend. Otherwise, just take a loss on it because it's not worth exiting something for 3 cents or 10 cents or something when that's your maximum downside risk on at that point is just 3 to 10 cents. It's not worth it. I just soon hold them and see if I get any kind of a movement during the later in the day. And I probably won't, but you just never know. Yeah, I know I've heard the same point. You have to love losses, but I don't think anybody loves losses. So the point is, you've got to be able to accept them and not let them impact your trading methodology or your strategies or your mindset. You take a couple of losses, all of a sudden you start trading poorly. Either try to revenge trade, or you don't take trades that you should trade because you had a couple of losses on one that looked the same. Now you're starting to get nervous. That's you just got to step back if you feel like that. IWM starting to pull back. Q's right above the VWAP, and now starting to weaken just a bit. Again, this is a very tough trading environment. Very tough. Same as it was yesterday. Low probability trading environment. It's really not low probability. It's very. You got to be very quick on these trades. Coming up on 12 o'clock, well, 4 minutes to 12 here. The SPY's starting to pull back just a little bit now. So which work they doing? And it's topping out. And UEC not doing anything for me here. So I'm going to look for some other ones. But it's getting pretty close to lunchtime, or pretty close to 12 o'clock at least. I'm not going to eat lunch for a while, but look for sort of something that's moving here. JP Morgan with a nice move. All right, see if we have any questions. Sorry, I had to step away. I was still having some technical problems with the YouTube feed. CEG coming back down now for you, okay. Yeah, pretty weak, it's trading at 308.12 right now. Ooh. Ooh. Thank you.
On RIOT, seeing a little volume coming into the name, being mentioned positive over at Piper. That's on RIOT.
Hey, Nissy, yeah, we had some issues switching. Hey, Nissy, we had some issues with YouTube, but I think it's up and working okay now. Hopefully, we'll find out next week if everything is okay, but I'm in there today, and right now this market's been really tough to trade here. We had a gap up this morning, pulled back down, everything went red. Now everything's back to green again, and now it's starting to roll back down again. So this is a very market that's very kind of schizophrenic here, up and down, up and down. And again, Monday's a holiday, so this is probably going to slow down here this afternoon as we get closer to a 3-day weekend. And very tough right now picking off any trades.
Remember watching this TRNR following those earlier headlines in the news desk. Hitting new highs, up over 30%.
NBIS with a little big volume, couple of volume candles here, putting in a big huge hammer bar. See what that one does. Trading at 109.54. It's like an cat setup. Coming up on 12:05 right now. It's a pretty big volume candle right there on that NBIS. That volume candle on that one was 732,000 shares. Average volume is about 231,000. So on a 5-minute candle, that's a pretty big candle. Gapped up, pulling back a little bit. Had a pretty nice market up here this morning, though. Just watching to see what Workday does. Starting to pull back just a little bit. And UEC, not doing much of anything. There's a SPY, just chopping around, trying to get back down to the VWAP, but it didn't go through it. Q's us below the VWAP now, and the IWM is right here, just below the 8.
So February 7.5 put activity on the bid side. A block of 1590 expire on February 20. That's on DPRO. Bid side put activity on the name.
$12.10 here. Market chopping around. Watching the SPY. Not too much of anything right now. Qs as well. Just moving below the VWAP. Very little movement. Small candles. Team's still a pretty good short. Daily chart pretty weak.
Coming from Axios, Trump and Netanyahu discussed Iran in a second phone call. It's coming from Axios.
Okay. Again, watching team here, pretty weak. Daily chart, pretty weak. SPY, just not going anywhere. Qs, not going anywhere. Pretty flat market, 0.04, down 0.04 on the Qs. SPY right now, green by 0.07. And IWM, green by about 0.4. IWM a little stronger than the SPY and the Qs. Bank of America popping up a little bit. Verizon popping off a low. JP Morgan pretty strong, coming off a really deep low on the daily chart. This is where JP Morgan is. Nice move up off of this is earnings, big move down in earnings. We're trying to recover right now. Goldman Sachs had a nice move up on earnings and it's coming back down again. Morgan Stanley had good earnings yesterday, popped up and it's still going up fairly strong. So pretty good moves in Morgan. Wells Fargo not doing much of anything. Again, gold moved right down to the 8, trying to bounce a little bit right now. Silver also trying to bounce. By trying to creep up here. All right. Hey, Shy, you had tech issues all day? Yeah, I've had a couple of them the last couple of days. Rem Kamara, ALAB through this SMA 50. ALAB. Stera Labs. Yeah, 50 through the 100, I think you mean. Yeah, it's through the 100-day moving average, but it's a terrible chart. I mean, it's a terrible chart for any kind of a swing trade. DTE is grinding up through the 200 SMA and the 100 SMA maximum. DTE. Yeah, it's right. Another utility here. It's right at the 100 and the 200. It's right smack against it right now. Be careful. It's those are tough levels to get through. It doesn't have a lot of volume today. It's hard to get through those without a lot of volume. ALB also in the October 13th gap. Thank you very much. ALAB. Yep, I see that. You know, it's been in the gap a few times since October. Never really got too far. It did one time. It almost actually it closed at one time. Yeah, it did close it back back in 1031. It closed that gap. Then it's pulled back down again. Choppy, very choppy stock. This is ALAB. Again, when I say it's really choppy, this is what I mean. And here's the gap he's talking about right here, from here to here. It's in that right now. It's been in. It's popped into this thing. It's closed that gap already before, and now it's back down again. This is just all over the place. I'm just not thrilled about trading a stock long with that kind of a chart. It is moving up here off the 8, but I think there are better setups, personally. So Ryan got out of CEG for 17%. Good job. Could have had more, but don't like the hammer. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's a pretty big turnaround, isn't it? What about MU for long? Yeah, they had a big move up today. Um, there was some heavy purchases last night. Um, not in options, but actually stock purchases. It's okay. I'd be leery of it right here. Um, and this is what it's done today. Gap up and just moving sideways. Staying below the VWAP all day long. Get through this morning on big volume, and now it's just moving sideways. I would be hesitant to touch that right now. Hey Brian, team is working out well. Yeah, good job on team. Very nice short. Very nice short on team. Moving down, continuing to move down today. Down about 5.5% today. Really nice short. It's getting a little extended. Yeah, I think if it was me, if I had profits, I'd take some profits today on it. At least part of them. The 8 is 137. Stock's at $16 extended from the 8. $16, and it has about 785 of ATR, so it's more than 2 ATRs extended. So that's a kind of a warning sign when you're in a trade as far as taking profits are concerned. It's likely to move sideways or bounce back up a little bit and try to get closer to the 8. SPY coming back down to the VWAP now. This is very slow price action. Q's coming in. Q's been below the VWAP for a long time here. It poked up above it. Now they're pulling back. Team's still coming down. Nice trade in team for anybody who's in team shorts. Very nice. Should have taken teams instead of workday. Workday's starting to pull down a little bit, but it's got a long way to go.
TRNR new highs now, up over 60%.
About 12:35 here. Hey Brian, you sold half your position in team, yeah. I think it's prudent. I mean, you listen, you never know what's going to happen. They can run way more than two ATRs sometimes, but the point is they usually don't. So you're just playing the odds here, and it's likely it's going to flatten out at least, and perhaps bounce a little bit on the daily chart. Could do anything on the 5-minute chart. It's probably just moving sideways. My workday position is crap, and my UEC position is pretty crappy. Yep, it needs to bounce up a lot more. So and again, they're not with these UNCAT trades. They're very, very out of the money, so the premiums decay rapidly, especially on a Friday. On Friday it's a special case on these things, and I guess I'll probably put something in the video about the Friday MCATs because of the quick decay in the out of the money calls and puts. They go against you pretty quickly. It's going to be very hard to recover. Hey Shai, looks like you're in time for the chop section of the day. Yeah, you certainly are. MU is just about one EMA extended and hasn't fallen below the 8 even once since earning. Yeah, no, it's a good setup. I mean, it was a good, but it's just flat today. I mean, it gapped up, but it's just flat today. Will it keep going? Yeah, obviously it could. It's very bullish. Yeah, IW1 is very strong, Shy. It's been the strongest index today by quite a lot, up 0.4% right now. Q's down 0.04%, and SPY right now up 0.07%. The SPY and the Q's are just about dead flat here for the day. UEC trying to make a little bit of a move. Workday, I'm still short workday. It's a nice short, but it's a little extended, and I tried to take it with an UMCAT trade, and it reversed on me pretty hard with big volumes. You can see the nice bounce move here, and it zipped right through back up through the VWAP, and we'll see where it goes this afternoon. All right. Take lunch in about 10 minutes here. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and look and see what I can see for additional trades.
CBRE mentioned positive with Josh Brown, CNBC.
Apple pretty weak, down about a little over 1% today. Pin's also weak. Pinterest. DocU very weak as well. It's getting pretty extended on the daily chart though, on DocU.
An oil CLO downtick. Trump out says, I greatly respect the fact that all scheduled hangings, which were to take place yesterday, over 800 of them have been canceled by the leadership of Iran. Thank you.
Oil coming down a little bit here. USO starting to drop. Goes up every time they talk about a war with Iran, and goes down every time there's a little bit of calmness, if you want to call it calmness.
Dominion. Judge says Dominion Energy can resume wind project. Trump halted.
Hey, Brian. Glad to see I'm still praying. Hey, Rory's doing great. Yeah, nice to hear from you. Thinking of getting the new software. Yeah, the Spy Super System software is excellent. I mean, when I got this about 5 years ago, I tested it for a while. I was looking for something that could identify institutional involvement a lot better than what you could do with just straight technical analysis. And I tried a bunch of them, but this one really worked well for me. I increased my win rate by about 10%, which is quite a big deal. So yeah, this piece of software is excellent. With the Spy Super System, you've got momentum here, current time frame, multi-time frame, long-term trend, and of course the VWAP on the 5 minute. You got the VWAP, the 15 and the 8, great for intraday trades. And on the daily chart, we've got, of course, all of these are used on the daily chart as well. We've also got candle colors now that show high volume. High volume candle, bearish candles are yellow, high volume bullish candles are white, and they give you a good indication of what's going on. If you get a stock that breaks, if you're trying to get into a stock and it's breaking out and it's got a white candle to the upside and it's going through a support resistance level, it really gives quite a lot of confirmation to the trade. So yeah, it's really a good piece of software. Doing the calendar spreads, yeah. You remember many of them worked out. Yeah, I'm still doing calendar spreads. The time spreads, Brian, which I do on earnings, and we'll be starting them next week most likely. Most of the big heavy earnings don't start till the week after next, but I'll start doing them next week on earnings if the criteria is right. It all has to criteria all has to be set up correctly for those. But yeah, they work very well. Not they don't all work, but most of them work. The win rate on them is 85% or so, so that's adequate. Yeah, if you're interested in the software, Brian, just call Rory and talk to him. His number's right here, 786-732-4656. He'd be happy to help you get set up. They'll put it on your machine for you for free. Once you buy the software, they'll put it on there, and you get all the updates for free after that, and maintenance, any maintenance that's necessary. So yeah, it's a really good piece of software. It basically it does. I use it with just about every trade I ever take. Yeah, if you get the software, Brian, you'll also get into the room for at least a month. And so if you get into the room, just give me a shout out over there. SPY just coming back down toward the VWAP here right now. This is really pretty crappy price action to try to trade. If you hadn't noticed, it's awful. So I'm not doing anything right now. I had two good trades today: Adobe short and DT long. But I'm right in UEC long and Workday short as UMCAT trades, the out of the money high volume type trades. But neither one of those are doing anything good at all. So I'm probably going to end up with 2 wins, 2 losses today so far, which is actually pretty horrible because I had yesterday I was I think 6-1, 6 wins, 1 loss. Yeah, we also have a Discord. Yeah, we have a Discord room, Brian. We have the two professional traders over there, Dr. No Savvy Trader, that work the Discord room. They post a lot of information on sector information, um, economic information, and they post a lot of charts, talk about a lot of strategies. So yeah, we've got a Discord room as well. And all of my strategies, by the way, have videos on all of those, uh, so that you can listen to them as many times as you want to try to internalize the strategies on those. It's important to really understand what strategies, when you take a strategy, understand why it works, how it works, what the criteria is for it. Palantir drifting down today. APP still coming in. Not a lot of volume though. Again, Monday's a holiday, so it's likely to see some slowdown in the market here this afternoon as we approach the end of the day. I just took a quick short position in APP, just some puts. Got to try to find the right option because their prices are really wide on some of these. So Winnie was looking at earlier today. I personally took the 572.50s puts out of the money just to use another OMCAT trade on it. But I paid 231 for the 572.50s. Right, they're 242 right now. But again, I'm not going to stay in this long at all because if it reverses on me, those premiums will get stripped away really quickly because of this. This is an out of the money trade. I was going to take the ones that were a little bit closer to the money. I was going to try to take the 575s, but the spreads were crazy on them. It's not bad now. Now it's 3 by 390. A little while ago it was about 250 by about $6. So I didn't mess with them. I'm just going to see if this pulls down just a bit more. Again, we got a nice volume bar right there to the downside. And it's been falling pretty much all day long. It's down about 5% today. 10 minutes ago it was trading at about 580. So it's dropped about $5. And again, I'd like to see this thing keep going down. Again, I paid to 231. All right. I paid 231. I've got a sell order at 331 on app. So that would be, that's pretty nice profit in a very quick time. And I'm certainly not gonna overstay my welcome in this thing. I get again at 231, and I'm gonna try to get out at 331. I don't know if it'll do it or not. I'm out of app at 331. Just closed. So now I can go to lunch. Yeah, this is a very volatile stock, and the options can move really fast. So again, that was a big out of the money. I got in 231, out at 331. It's at 370 right now. I could have ridden this thing, but again, you got to be very cautious because all it would take was one little upkick to wipe out most of that premium when you're out of the money like that. So again, the 572.50s right now at 295 by 410, big spread. So I'm happy to take the 231 to 331 and out. So that helps. I mean, that gives me that's a nice little boost there. Basically $1 on a little over $2 trade. So about 40% profit on that app trade right there. All right, I'm going to get some lunch, see if we get any more questions. Hey, John. Seems to me that SPY software better for swing trades. That it's great for swing trades, but I think it's excellent for intraday trades. I mean that's I use it a lot for intraday. This is where the SPY super system comes from. You'll be using it for the UMCAT trades as well. I look at this on this trade right here. It's really beautiful, but it's excellent for it's excellent for multi-time frame and current time frame as well. So I think it's very good for both of them. Hey Dennis, how do we update that we can get the volume color candles? You need to call Rory, or send a message, send an email to at service, I think, at rightlinetrading.com. The support at rightlinetrading.com. I'll call Rory, 786-732-4656. They'll get you the new outlet, the new level, or the new software. If you don't mind asking who built it, the software, it was done by a guy by the name of Mark Sachs a long time ago. It was called the Compass System. He had a PhD in math and built that, but he sold the company several years ago to Mark Miller, and it's been enhanced dramatically since then. Rory's number 786-732-4656. John. Okay? 786-732-4656. There's a app still dropping, by the way. I could have probably milked that a little bit more, but it's hard to do it on a Friday. Really hard to do it on a Friday. Again, I get in at 231, out at 331. Right now it's 465. So I could have squeezed out probably another dollar and a half out of each one of those contracts. But again, with what happened in the other ones this morning, I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. That was a pretty good trade because Workday's not working and UEC's not working. But I had winners in Adobe, DT, and APP, and those are all really good trades. This indication of these colored candles is this tells you you've got really high volume driving this down right here. When I took it, it had a nice high volume candle, and it continued. But you don't know that it's going to do this. It could easily bounce, but that's why I took my profits in there. It's hard to judge where to get out on something like that. We had this again. We had this morning when William was talking about it right out of the gate this morning. Just high volume after high volume after high volume coming down. All right, I'm going to get some lunch, see if we have any more questions. Appreciate all these questions today. John, you got Murray's number, right? 786-732-4656.
Remember taking a look at that big.
All right, going to get some lunch. Look at my YouTube feed over here. See what we got going on here.
To 543.
All right. How is Mark? Brian, Mark, you talking about Mark Miller? Which Mark? Hey Nissy, you're welcome. All right, I'm gonna close down the feed. Sachs, yeah, he's been gone good long time. Brian, gone, sold the company off and left. And Mark Miller is he's a engineer. He's also got a very strong background in artificial intelligence, AI, and introducing a lot of that type of concept into the trading platform of Rightline, it's been dramatically changed. I mean, I've changed the what was the Compass system called the SPY Super System now a lot. And we've done a lot of removal of things and adding of things. I think it's personally I think it's way more effective than it was a few years ago now. So I use it every single day. So I think I have some basis in fact for saying that. All right, everybody, going to shut down YouTube. We'll see you all back here on Tuesday. Market's closed on Monday, all right? Market is closed on Monday, so the next trading day will be Tuesday. So have a great long weekend. Trade well this afternoon. Look forward to seeing some folks back in here in the room on Tuesday. And if you join up, please give me a shout out in the room because I answer questions in there all day long. Let me know that you're there with any questions that you have. All right? So listen, have a great afternoon, a great long weekend. And we'll see everybody on